Today I'm coming to you from the Panama Canal, and we have some exciting things to talk about. When you're out in a foreign city, you have your phone open, and that's when a thief needs it. He needs it open. So as he steals it, we have to think about what could possibly be open on your phone. Uber, Google Maps, maybe your camera. And we want to close those things down as soon as he tries to swipe away from that. And that's what I'm going to show you today.
Right now it's probably 6:30 at night. I think we started at 7:30 this morning, and we finally are arriving the last lock, and right over our head is the Pacific Ocean. What do you think?
Finally, after 12 hours.
Woohoo! We have arrived the Pacific.
Roll the intro. iPhone safety. Now, when you get your phone stolen because you're out in a foreign city taking a selfie, or maybe you're in the Uber app waiting on the curb for the car to arrive and somebody steals your phone right out from you. Now, you might think it's going to be a hassle having to get a new phone. That's the least of your worries, let me tell you, because replacing your phone is very simple compared to what a thief can do. He's going to try and get into your banking apps, and he's going to transfer money to himself. He is going to purchase things with your phone. And it's very important to lock this down so that a thief cannot do anything on your phone when he steals it from you. Part 4 of securing your iPhone. We've done a lot of really good things to prevent a thief. But today is going to be another important step that I don't want you to forget and I don't want you to miss out on. What I want you to imagine is, let's say that you're out on a sidewalk and you have your Uber app open. Now, as Uber is opening up and the car is getting closer and closer, you're just standing there on the street. And somebody might come up and grab the phone out of your hand, and all of a sudden you're standing there on the street without your phone. Another really common thing that could happen is you're taking a photo, you're taking a selfie, your hand is way out extended, and you're taking a selfie, and somebody steals your phone. And all of a sudden, your phone is in the hand of a thief, and it's open. This is the worst thing in the world that could happen. This is not what you want, is your phone to be open in the hand of somebody else. So what we want to do is think about this. The first thing the thief is going to want to do is to swipe away from Uber and then go into your settings app to change that auto lock inactivation setting and to start taking over your phone. And so just by him swiping away from Uber or Google Maps or your camera app, we want your phone to immediately lock down. That's what we're going to focus on today. So start thinking of all the different apps that you might have open while you're walking around a foreign city. So in the bottom, there's a search button. If you tap that, type in the word short, and there's the app that's very important to us up in the corner, Shortcuts. You're going to tap on that. And down at the bottom, in the center, is the button called Automation. So tap on that. Now, you're seeing the two automations that we've already created in the past. Today, we're going to create another one that's just going to protect you even more. So, in the upper right-hand corner, tap on that blue check mark. Blue check mark. It's a plus sign. Tap on the blue plus sign. And in the search box, type the word app again. So you're seeing app, for example, when the weather is opened or closed. All right. Now, up to this point in the previous videos, we always left it selected as is opened. But today, we're going to change that to be is closed. So first tap on is closed, and then tap on is open to turn that off. Also down at the bottom, tap on run immediately, And so we're getting really close here. It's basically saying when an app is closed, and that includes swiping away from it, going to a different app, or actually closing it all the way. It will execute this on both of those commands. It's going to do some stuff for us. But before we tell it to lock our phone down, we need to select those apps. So up at the top, click on the blue word choose. Now, in this search box here, we're going to start searching and selecting some things that we think would be the most common ones that we'll have open as we're walking around a foreign city, like the camera app, taking pictures. I mentioned earlier that we might have Uber open. And so then I'm tapping that X, clearing that out so I can type in something else. We might have Google. Whoops. We might have Google open, searching for the nearest grocery store. Google Maps open. We might even have Google Translate open. Let's see, what other things could we possibly have open? You might be reading a WhatsApp message as you're walking down the street. So I'm going to tap on that X to clear out that field again. Maybe you have Facebook open because you were posting some of the pictures that you just took to Facebook. And so again, you can go through this list and identify all of the various things that you might have open. Those are the most common ones I can think of. One more that I use all the time, I don't know if you use this one, is called GPS My City. It's a great way to get a tour through a foreign city. Anyway, think through all of the apps that you might have open as you're walking around and pay attention. And you'll probably forget one or two. And the next time you go off a cruise ship and you're walking around in a port city, pay attention to what apps you open. And as you identify more and more, just simply come in here and add more apps to this list. For right now, go ahead and click on the blue done word in the upper right-hand corner. So you can see I selected 8 apps. So now the screen says when any of these 8 apps is closed, run immediately. So with that configured, I want you to tap on the blue next in the upper right-hand corner. All right, and what do we want our phone to do? In the center, there's a gray box labeled New Blank Auto. Tap on that. And in the search box, we're going to look for lock screen. So we type the word lock. Here it found the option lock screen, and so I want you to tap on lock screen and then select done. Perfect. So now you can see down at the bottom, it says when any of those 8 apps are closed, lock the screen. Again, what this would look like is that if you are taking a photo and your camera is open and somebody steals your phone, as soon as he swipes away from that camera to go somewhere else, it's going to lock your screen down and he can't go any further. Let's say you think of another app that you want to add into here. A really common thing, if you're taking pictures, you're probably looking at the pictures that you took. So let's tap on this, and where it says when any of the 8 apps are closed, let's tap on that, and then tap on any of 8 apps, and let's search for photos, because if you've taken a lot of pictures, you're probably looking at them. And so this is now going to add in photos to the list. So with that blue check mark there, tap the word done, tap the word done one more time. And now it says when any of these 9 apps are closed, lock your phone. This is wonderful. It's going to be perfect. There's only one problem that we have. It's a very similar problem to what happened in the last video. And that is, we don't want to drive you crazy with your phone constantly locking itself down. When you're at home, when you're on your cruise ship, or when you're at work in the office, we want it to only do this behavior when you're not in those normal, safe locations. And so we need to edit this and make it only lock your screen when you're not connected to those normal Wi-Fi spots. To do that, just tap on where it says when any of the 9 apps are closed. And down at the bottom where it says lock screen, I want you to tap on that. And here in search actions at the bottom, I want you to type the word network. And then select and tap on get network details. Perfect. The next thing I want you to do is in that box, type in the word if. Here it found if, so select that by tapping on that. And we've got everything we need. We just need to reorder the screen a little bit. So with your finger, press and keep your finger on the where it says lock to screen. Just press and hold that, and then you can move it. And I want you to slide that down until it's right above where it says otherwise. So now it says if network details is anything, lock to screen, otherwise, and if. Okay, we're making some great progress on this. So what we want to do is identify what are the common networks that you might be connected to. So where it says anything, I want you to tap that. And this is where you will type in the name of that Wi-Fi. Pay very close attention that you type in capital letters, spaces, maybe dashes. All of these must be exactly correct in order for it to work. And you'll notice there I made a misspelling. So before you keep going, make sure everything is spelled exactly correct. And if it's not spelled correct, what will happen is your phone will constantly be locking itself down, even when you're at home, on that cruise ship, or at your work. All right, so we've got one network identified, but we need to change that is to be is not. So tap on the word is, change that to is not, and then chances are you have more than one Wi-Fi that you are commonly at that's very safe. So tap on the plus sign there, and under condition, just tap on the word condition. And up at the very top here, we're looking for network details. So I'm going to select network details. And then I'm going to tap on the word anything. And this is where you can type in the name of your cabin television. You can type in the name of the Wi-Fi at your work or your home, whatever that second Wi-Fi name is. Again, make sure you spell it very correctly. The next thing we're going to do is tap on the word is and change that to is not. Perfect. And as we scroll up, now we can see get the Wi-Fi network's name. If any are true, if any of these are true, if the network is not your first one and it is not your second one, then lock the screen. That looks really good, but there's one slight change. So if you scroll up a little bit where it says if any are true, I need you to tap on that word any and change it to be the word all. Perfect. Now this is going to behave very well. Tap on the word done in the upper right-hand corner. And as you scroll down and look, it says when any of the 9 apps, again, this is like your camera, Google Maps, GPS My City, Uber, anytime those are closed or swiped away, so if they just swipe away or close it completely, it's going to see, hey, what network are you connected to? And if you're not connected to those 2 safe ones, it's going to lock the screen down. Today's lesson was probably the most important thing to protect your phone as you're out walking around foreign cities as you're traveling. Because when thieves steal your phone while you're using it, As soon as they swipe away from those apps that you were using, the phone is now locked down. So thank you very much for setting up these protections on your iPhone. Up next is another very important session. Please remember to like this video. It really helps us out, and subscribe to our channel. And if you really think this benefited you, please share it with your friends on your social media. Click here on the link provided for the next part.